Alright, TK Roundtable, episode 9, part 3.
We're back once again. The team, we're here. You know what's kind of, there's no Saw 8 coming out this Halloween.
That's horseshit.
It could be the end of the series. Because for the last 7 years, a new Saw movie has come out every Halloween.
Or the previews at least have come out by now.
Yeah, the previews would have. No, there's no announcements or anything. So it could be that either they're.
You know what they'll probably do? The prequel on how Jigsaw became Jigsaw.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
You know, you could bring back Danny Glover. Fuck it.
No, man, Danny Glover would have it, man.
No.
He did Saw, and then he did 2012, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
How did that ruin his career?
Danny Glover doesn't need money.
Yeah, I know. But
he doesn't need money.
He could do something else besides fucking Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon?
Lethal Weapon.
Oh, they're gonna remake that.
I wouldn't care because I'm not a fan of Lethal
But
Weapon.
who? I mean, how are you gonna remake Lethal Weapon exactly?
I know you can't really remake it. I mean, yeah, the first one was funny. It's a comedy. I mean, why are you gonna want to see the same jokes, the same plot, the same?
It wouldn't be the same plot. I mean, it would just. I don't know
It
what
has
would
to be the same plot if they're gonna remake it.
Yeah. See, I don't get it. See, that's what it is. It doesn't make any sense because that's like an 80s.
Why would you redo Lethal Weapon?
That's an 80s plot. The only reason to do another Lethal Weapon is if you have Gibson and Glover in it again. Because it's those characters. That's what makes it fucking worth it, you know? If you're going to remake it, I mean, why not? Why even fucking call it Lethal Weapon? Just call it
something else.
Call it
It'd be a new movie or something.
Marks for Dick or something, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know. They want to remake Die Hard.
No!
With a new John McClane.
Why? Y'all realize how much of a classic Die Hard is?
The reason that they want to do that is because the original Die Hard was based on a book. A series of books. And it's kind of like James Bond.
Oh, man, I mean, come on. But that's a sorry excuse to try to do that.
But yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to go... Because the original Die Hard was based on like the second book of the series.
That goes back to your point, though. I mean, they know they're going to make money on it, and that's a cheap way to do it. Is it the director's fault? No, that's the studio's.
Director has nothing to do with it, man.
He just gets his money and directs.
Fucking the guy that did the first one, I mean, he hadn't done shit in years. He did Predator, Hunt for Red October, and then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
You know how much money he got off those? Those were all great movies.
Oh, awesome, man. All of them great movies. I gotta give props to
Montana.
I would have liked to have gone to Montana.
To marry the big, blonde, blue-eyed American woman.
He said, I shall take 2 wives. No, 3. 3 wives. That's good. That's good. No, wait, I can go to state to state? State to state.
No
pass?
No papers? No papers. Yes. But why would you... God, don't mess with Die Hard, man.
Don't do it.
If they're going to do that, then you know what they're going to remake. I already told y'all, like, in the past 3 fucking segments. Oh, not segments, episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, damn, I forgot the name. Famous movie. Al Pacino.
No, Scarface?
Scarface.
Oh! They can't. It's impossible.
They're fucking with RoboCop and they're fucking with Die Hard.
You know, I can see that, and they'll put some fucking rapper in it.
Yeah.
It'll be like a hip-hop Scarface.
Man.
They'll put fucking Ice-T in it or something.
No way, Ice-T would never do that. He has more respect for that movie. They'll get some young punk.
T.I.
He's in jail.
Oh, okay. Maybe they'll wait for him to get out of jail. I don't know.
I'm just saying, I mean, they will probably do that.
They're going to remake The Wizard of Oz.
I wouldn't care.
I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah.
It's going to have, well, you know, all the little girls out there and the...
I think they should remake The Wizard of Oz only because, for the special effect purposes.
Yeah. That's why they did, Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah. I like the sci-fi version of, it was called Tin Man, of the, fucking,
it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, right?
Yeah, but that was the,
Tin Man. Yeah, that's what it was.
But it was a version of the,
it was a version of it, yeah. Of Wizard of Oz.
Of Wizard of Oz. Only because I love Zoe. She's fucking hot. And our favorite jerk came out on it, forget his name, what's his name?
Neil McDonough.
man.
He's the guy. He was a ravenous, and he's got a pretty big part in the Captain America movie.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
And he's got the blonde hair still.
He plays an awesome jerk.
He does.
Alright, we'll move on. We're just gonna move on.
Oh yeah.
We just came back. I mean, literally like 10 15 minutes ago. Well, 30 minutes, but yeah, because this is our third.
Almost an hour.
Almost. About 40 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. It was a while.
We bought some beer. We saw X-Men First Class.
We did.
I told y'all on episode, actually the last episode, on episode 8, how I wanted to give it a chance because they haven't touched on the origins of Magneto or Xavier. None of them, not even the comics.
If anybody's been watching, any fucking loyal fans of ours, I mean, I hope you're watching and you're loyal. If you're not loyal,
we're getting views.
If you're not loyal, we got problems. But I'll say I think everybody's loyal who's watching us right now. You probably saw the early episodes where Huron, he did bash.
I bashed on it. I did.
He did.
No, not a little bit. I bashed on it. On episode 6 and 7, I bashed on it.
You insulted a little bit.
I went beyond insulting it. And then on 8, for some reason, I was like, I want to give it a chance.
And you did?
And I gave it a chance.
I was surprised. I was fucking surprised. I got the call today and I said,
I know.
We're doing the show and you're like, I want to see X-Men First Class. Okay, let's go see that shit.
And you know what? You're going to get nothing but positive reviews on it. And we'll tell you why. We'll tell you why. Okay, you got to understand. X-Men 1, X-Men 2, X-Men 3, and Wolverine Origins. All fucking blue. Okay? Y'all might like it because of the special effects and, oh yeah, they can do this with the mutants and all that. We didn't like it because it didn't stick to anything. Okay? It didn't even have none of the original mutants in X-Men 1. Alright? Wolverine, that's our biggest... Wolverine is not supposed to be 6'2". He's supposed to be a sub-main character. Cyclops is supposed to be the main character.
He's the leader of the team.
That's the leader. You don't push Cyclops aside because Wolverine's more popular. Jean and Wolverine, they got that thing going on. Halle Berry is not supposed to be a main character.
She's not really a great actress.
Well, okay, we'll say Storm is not supposed to be a main character. Okay,
I mean,
yeah, they're X-Men, but she's like a sub-main character at best. Rogue was supposed to be a main character, and they felt that anyway. We're not gonna go into the details of that. We'll just say the first 4 X-Men sucked because.
Well, we'll go back on that. The first 1 and 2, good entries. If we could, we just say X-Men 3 and Wolverine did not exist.
Well, I mean, I didn't like any of them because.
You didn't like 1 or 2?
No, because
the ones that Bryan Singer did.
Because they didn't stick to the comics, man. Even you can admit that.
I know, but even the new one didn't stick.
No. We'll go back to that only because they had a chance on X-Men 1 through 3 to do it right.
They did,
and they didn't. So all right.
Let's move to the review of X-Men.
We're gonna go to X-Men First Class. Frankly, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
It was great. The director and producers did very well for what they allowed him to have as far as Marvel property or Marvel characters. Banshee, Angel, I'm going to call her Pixie because she can't be Angel because of Warren. Beast, Havoc were a little questionable, but he still did good. Mystique, Charles, and Eric obviously come out there. A couple of new mutants. Well, not new. One is from X-Force, actually.
They just haven't shown them in the movie.
They just haven't shown them. Or, actually, they just never really gave them their due. Either way, my only flaw in the movie was Angel. And that is not really a flaw at all. That's just because they try to make her like a...
important.
Yeah, which they didn't need to do that. Either way, it was a great movie. It was a great origins, a great coming about. coming about.
Great origin story.
And they did great with the mutants they gave them. They touched up on everybody, and Professor X had. I mean, it was Professor X and the Magneto show.
I think what happened was on the X-Men 3, you had Brett Ratner, whose claim to fame was making Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
That's it. That was his big movies. And that guy just sucks. He's not a good director. He doesn't. He knows how to point the camera and shoot. And that's it. He doesn't know anything else. Okay, that guy.
So he's a glorified cameraman.
He's a hack. Okay. So on X-Men First Class, you had the original director that was hired to make X-Men 3, but he had to drop out for personal reasons.
Okay.
Because his wife was sick.
Oh. Okay.
So he had to drop out. He comes back. He says, "I want to do X-Men First Class because," and he says in interviews, he said, "I saw X-Men 3. I could have done such a much better job."
That man, imagine the possibility he could have done.
And yeah.
Okay, we're gonna let y'all know. X-Men 1 through 3 sucked. Okay, story-wise, movie-wise,
the first two.
Halle Berry and Hugh Jackman are the reason X-Men 3 sucked ass. Because they were A-list celebrities. And they weren't going to play anything less than the main characters. So the director of 3 had to rewrite everything around bitch-ass Barry and Jackman. Jackman really didn't care because he was still going to be the main character. But for Barry to act like that, fuck you.
Remember, no, we'll give the most of the blame of X-Men 3 to the director Brett Ratner, but also to the studio 20th Century Fox.
The studio, no, I don't. You can't blame the directors. We can't.
Because they hired him. They hired. That's the guy.
Studios.
Tom Rothman is the guy that he's the head of 20th Century Fox. He's the guy that's responsible for Jessica Alba in
Fantastic Four,
and the way those two movies sucked ass. He's the guy that's responsible for a lot of
crap
bullshit that comes out of there.
All right, we'll continue on First Class.
Yeah, man. X-Men First Class. Brian K. Vaughan. He's the director of X-Men First Class. He's also the director of another good movie, Stardust, with Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert De Niro.
That's old. That was 2008.
Yeah, that is a great fucking
very
movie.
random too.
Yeah, it's very random. But I could see a lot of the style
that he did
was the same in both those movies. He did some movies with what's his name
I'm
the guy that did Snatch.
Yeah, but I'm glad De Niro did that role.
He did Brian Vaughn, right? He did he wrote and he helped produce Snatch.
Snatch is a funny movie.
With Guy Ritchie. He did all those movies. That's why I just remembered right now. There's a character in X-Men First Class called Azrael. Azrael. He looks...
It's pretty much Nightcrawler, but red.
It's his dad, pretty much. He's played by Jason Fleming, who's a regular of the Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah.
And who appeared in Stardust. And he played one of the princes. Yeah, Brian Vaughn, that guy really should have directed X-Men 3. I wish he had. I mean, but
we after the movie, I mean, we were just shitting ourselves thinking, why didn't this guy direct all of them?
Why didn't he direct all of them? Because, you know, Bryan Singer, you're a good director, man.
No, you're not.
You gave them, you made it serious. I like that. You made the superheroes.
Okay, he opened up a new way.
Because you remember, before X-Men,
there wasn't
Batman and Robin. That was what superhero movies were.
No, I mean, you gotta give the dude to Tim Burton for the original Batman.
Yeah,
okay?
You gotta give it to him. But it had degenerated.
Yeah, after that fucking...
And Bryan Singer comes in, and man, you know, he did a pretty serviceable job on the first two X-Men movies. But then it went straight to hell with X-Men 3 and Wolverine First Class. I mean, Origins.
We'll come back with the rest of it.